So with 112, there was a manager by the name of Kevin Wales. He was responsible for helping TLC get started as well as ABC get started. And he had another group called Forte at the time. He would bring them in and cut demos, and they would always sing and harmonize out in the lounge. So there was this big lounge that was a game room. You know, you had pool tables, you had graffiti everywhere, and it was a vibe. And so 112 came through. Actually, they were called Forte at the time. They had the opportunity to get signed to Dallas. I don't know what happened with that deal, but K. Wells actually took them to Puffy, and then Puffy signed them. Now, there was this major club down in Atlanta that was popping, like it was bubbling, and it was called 112, Club 112. So at first, Forte was considered these church boys, right? And Jagged Edge at the time was coming out, and they were grittier. 112 was coming after Boyz II Men, which was really polished. So 112 was trying to be polished. But then, of course, Puffy took them and made them, you know, a little bit hipper. And so, nonetheless, the funny thing is they came back down to Atlanta to record, and that's when I recorded on the 112 album, Someone to Hold. And there's a couple other songs that I recorded. And that was actually recorded right next to Darp at Silent Sound. Tom Kidd ran the studio back then, but that was with Arnold Hennings as the producer, and I was the engineer. And we were just recording songs. Like I think I recorded like 3 songs total, and they were mostly ballad type songs. So Puff came in, he listened down, and at first he was like, okay, this is dope. But then he stopped. Nah, F that, man, scratch all that. He's like, that's too pretty. Y'all got him sounding too lush. I ain't signing no Boyz II Men. Recut all that. And so he wanted them to be not as imperfect and in tune. So that was kind of Puffy's thing. Like, if you listen to the vocals, they were just shy of on pitch, but a little flat. And he liked that. Was his style. That was gritty. That gave him that edge. And so we had to recut everything. I mean, I'm talking about, like, we recorded almost 80 tracks, 100 tracks of background vocals, because that was the style back then. Like, let's stack this one harmony note 10 times. Let's stack this other harmony note 12 times. Let's stack this. And so at the end of the day, we had like almost 100 tracks of background vocals that sound real lush and plushed out and pretty. Yeah. Puff was like, trash all that. Redo them all. I know a couple people in the room weren't too happy about that, but I might have been one. But other than that, real cool guys. Most of those guys were really talented, and Slim and Q's voice especially stood out. But nonetheless, yeah, that was my time with 112.